Next speaker is Gary St. Lawrence, and fellas, you do have one question for the both of you.
As said, I'm Gary St. Lawrence. I'm running for State Senate District 51. I live in Blairsville. My wife is not here with me tonight because she's packing, because tomorrow she gets to go to San Diego for our granddaughter's 5th birthday and our grandson's 15th month anniversary. I apologize for the way I'm dressed. I still work full-time. The meeting that I told I had a drop-dead stop at 4 o'clock ran until 4:20, and driving back over the mountain, this is what you get. So this is actually the first Republican-sponsored meeting that I've been invited to, so humbly, thank you for that. I really appreciate the opportunity to present myself. I was born in Massachusetts, lived in Georgia for a while, lived in Phoenix for a while, and my wife and I picked Blairsville for our retirement forever home. I was in the Army for 10 years. I gave up 6 discs out of my spine for my country, so I think that qualifies as loving my country. I'm about as grassroots a campaign as you can get. I am focusing on county and district level issues. I have been going around to the county commissioners and finding out a simple question: what does your county need from the General Assembly? Some very interesting answers. I'm told that Lumpkin needs a transportation hub. Roads and ability to get here is limited right now, to see the best. I dread driving over the mountain to come down to Delanago or Gainesville or Pickens. Pickens County is the only county in our district that doesn't have its own fresh water supply. Pickens County taxpayers are paying $2,750 per day to bring water into the county. And Dawson County can't keep its young first responders. Because they're young, they're not homesteaded yet, they find out that they can make $2 an hour, 3 counties over, they're gone. So Dawson's first responders, their EMTs, their police, their fire, their paramedics, their medical staffs, the veterans are retiring, the middle-level guys are moving in to be the vets, and there's nobody to bring up the rear to replace them. So those are the issues I'm going to fight for, and the biggest question that I always get is, okay, how are you going to do that? Well, for those 3 instances, and a couple of others, I'm going to propose we take money out of the state budget surplus and fund those initiatives. Real quick, let's see. I'm going to push for no property taxes for residential lots under 5 acres. I'm going to push for no income tax for retirees and anyone on fixed income, set at a state baseline average. I want to increase the corporate tax rate from 5.19 to 7.1%. I'm going to forcefully push to rewrite the state's QBE, our Quality Basic Education, which hasn't been updated since it was written in 1984. I need to get better care for facilities and vets. Long story short, my website is stlawrence4senate.org. Everything you need to know about me is out there. If you message me, you'll be getting an answer from me. I don't delegate it out, and I don't do form answers, and I don't do cut and paste. So I'm a first-time candidate. I don't know how to be a typical politician, but I can assure you I will not be one.
Thank you, Gary. All right, stay right where you are, gentlemen. We do have one question, which is for both of you. It says, everyone has the same Republican bullet points. Why are you the best option? I'm assuming there's no Democrat bullet points.
I kind of elaborated on those. If you go out to my website, or if you stop and see me over here, I've got some laminates showing my Senate strategy. and my plan. And I bullet list. I won't say day one, because we all know that you have to meet, you have to find out where you're going. But my top priorities are a set of items, like I mentioned, cutting the tax rate, cutting the property tax, cutting the income tax. And then I have a set of secondary issues that are all county specific. So as state senator, I want to actually do something really crazy. I want to serve you. You put me in office, I worked for you. That's how the agreement's supposed to go. So my bullet points are, you tell me.
Thank you. Go ahead, Rich.
Thank you. Gary, thank you for your service. I don't know about that corporate tax argument. So obviously I'm not the candidate. So first of all, I don't think he has the same Republican talking points, Philip, that is. But I'll tell you why I chose to work for him. So I had the pleasure of serving as the communications director for the state during the Trump campaign. And it was the honor of a lifetime getting to work on a campaign like that. Realizing the victory and seeing people come together in a united front, folks that on the Republican side that have been at odds for years, coming together to row in the same direction for that common goal. It's really a movement. And that spirit is still alive. And I want to, personally, as a voter, as a Georgian, we have to have that spirit trickled down. We need fresh blood. We need people who are in it for the right reasons. And when I was approached to work with Philip, we had a chat, and he told me all the things that I had just mentioned before. And you can tell when someone's BSing, Sheriff, I don't want to run afoul of the language, but you can tell when someone's sincere. And Philip is very sincere. He's the real deal. I encourage you to look into him, look into his website, check out the lit we have out there, and yeah, I hope that serves as an adequate answer.